This is the last video in the Music Theory for Beginners series. In this video I will be talking about scales. A scale is nothing but a collection of notes sequenced in a certain way. They provide the foundation for melodies, harmonies, and improvisation. And many scales are derived from the major scale, which we looked at earlier. Besides the major scale, we have the pentatonic scale, minor scale, blues scale, and many others. One of the most common scales are the pentatonic scales. The reason they are so popular is that they are great for solos. If you know in what key a song is, playing the notes from the corresponding pentatonic scale sounds great over it. There are the major and minor pentatonic scales. Penta comes from the Greek word for five, so these are 5-note scales. Let's start with the major pentatonic scale. The major pentatonic scale is nothing but the major scale without the 4th and 7th notes. A C major scale consists of the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. Take away the 4th and 7th notes, the F and the B, and you end up with the C major pentatonic scale. So the notes C, D, E, G, and A make up the C major pentatonic scale. Now for the minor pentatonic scale. The formula for the minor pentatonic scale is the root note, flattened 3rd, 4th, 5th, and flattened 7th. Flatten means you move down half a tone. If we take these notes from the major scale, we get the minor pentatonic scale. So the C minor pentatonic consists of the notes C, E flat, F, G, and B flat. Since there are 12 notes, this means there are 12 major and 12 minor pentatonic scales. But you don't have to memorize 24 scales. There are 5 pentatonic shapes for the guitar that you can move across the fretboard, with the root note determining which scale it is that you are playing. And do you remember that each major has a relative minor? For example, the C major pentatonic has the exact same notes as the A minor pentatonic, only the root note changes. So if you know these 5 shapes, you can play all major and minor pentatonic scales all over the fretboard. It might look difficult, but they're actually really easy to remember. Another popular scale is the blues scale. Like the pentatonic scale, it's great for improvisation and solos. It is a 6-note scale popular in surprisingly the blues, but also in other styles such as jazz, country, and rock. The blues scale is the pentatonic scale with 1 note added, which is called the blue note. To go from a major pentatonic scale to a major blues scale, you add a flattened 3rd note. Using the C major scale as an example again, the flattened 3rd note here is an E flat. When you add that note to the C major pentatonic, it becomes a C major blues scale. This blue note creates a feeling of tension that resolves well into the other notes of the scale and gives the scale a distinct sound. To go from a minor pentatonic scale to a minor blues scale, you add a flattened 5th note. So the C minor blues scale consists of the notes C, E flat, F, G flat, G, and B flat. Again, the relative major and minor rule applies. So the C major blues scale has the same notes as the A minor blues scale. Lots of music is in a minor key. A song that is in a major key is often bright or happy. A song that is in a minor key is often dark and sad. But why is that? After all, the chords that are used are the same. The answer lies in which chord is emphasized. When starting with a major chord, you get a tone that is happier. And when leading with a minor chord, the tone gets darker. Now let's look at the natural minor scale, also called Aeolian mode. To turn a major scale into a minor scale, you flatten the 3rd, 6th, and 7th notes. So a C minor scale consists of the notes C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, and B flat. If you take out the 2nd and 6th notes from this, you end up with the C minor pentatonic scale again. See how everything is connected? This was the last video in the Music Theory for Beginners series. If you'd like to see all the parts, click here.